Yo, yo. Alright, first stream. There are going to be a lot of scuffed portions of it. Anybody who's here, just kind of let me know how it's going so far, if the stream is okay. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and get started. So, if you're unfamiliar with Pokemon XD, there are certain Pokemon that get certain moves that are very unique to their moveset. So for this one, we're going to be going after Scizor. Scizor gets the purification move Morning Sun. Beaveries, what's up, man? Hello, how you doing? So we're going to be working on Stall Scizor. So the idea is we're just kind of going to go ahead. This is the person that has the Scizor, or Scizor, I guess. And going to go ahead and try to get one. So I actually have the build on a separate monitor. I'll go ahead and pull it up. A lot of the stuff I have saved in Pokemon Showdown, actually. It's a good place to kind of build the Pokemon. Let's see. Beaveries. I recently got Gale of Darkness, but haven't played it yet. It's a really fun game. You know, it's how do I say this? It's unique. But some of the Pokemon in here are just like, they're really actually kind of worse than like the normal Pokemon you get. You also use Pokemon Showdown to team build? Hell yeah. Also, let me know how the stream actually is. My PC isn't the greatest, so you know, streaming is not usually the go-to. So this is the Scizor. Oh my goodness, it's a shadow Pokemon. I'm currently playing Battle Frontier, then Coliseum, and Gale last. Got you. Yeah, let's see. I kind of want to try to catch this in a luxury ball because it'd be pretty cool. But we may just have to master ball it just to make it go by quicker. Or let me do this: psychic and then luxury ball. The video is stuttering a bit, but your sound is fine. Yeah, so unfortunately, let me go ahead and see if I can fix that a little bit. But unfortunately, the Elgato I use and the capture software, along with OBS, takes up a lot of power, and my PC just isn't the greatest. So let me go ahead and try this. See if that helps with anything. Let's see. Turn down video settings, use the faster encoding preset. Got you. Are you hunting for any stats? I'm thinking about it, but mainly right now what I'm looking for, actually I was in the middle of pulling up the team. Mainly it was just the nature. I was going for an impish nature. Just because, what you call it, it doesn't care about its special attack, and the moveset I was using on it was specifically, it has Silver Wind, Protect, Substitute, and then Morning Sun. So I think that's like a really good standard solid like moveset for it. Because like the whole point of it is like kind of just to sit there and set up like protect, substitute, and like kind of just live forever while the other Pokemon kind of toxic stall it down. That's kind of the idea for it. Okay, so let's see. So should have the cologne case. There it is. So I bought like a bunch of colognes just for this. Only Silverwind is very low PP. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Silverwind is kind of like the last move that you really click. It was between that and using Iron Defense, but the idea is, you know, having a Pokemon without any moves is kind of difficult to work with, I guess. And as much as I want it to just be a full stall Pokemon, it just, that idea is not going to work the best. Yeah, okay, so we gotta use a bunch of these in a sense. This is probably the most boring part of doing this, is the colognes. It's terrible. Also, the good thing is I did catch the Magnemite or Magneton, as you can see in my party, and that Magneton in this game is actually holding a metal coat, so it's really easy. Like once you beat the game, you just kind of transfer it over to like any of the GBA games. And I'm hoping that, you know, probably gonna be going until like maybe 6:30, 7 o'clock ish. So about 2.5 hours to 3 hours stream. Just kind of trying to get Scizor. What's the rest of the team? So the rest of the team is Porygon 2 and Swampert. Porygon 2 is the moveset Recover, Ice Beam, Protect, and Toxic, and it's going to be holding Lumberry. And then Swampert, I'm kind of flip-flopping between its moves because it has a lot of good moves, but I'm thinking something along the lines of Mirror Coat, Protect, Toxic, and Earthquake. And I was flip-flopping between Pokemon because I did want a Steel type on the team, but I was originally going to have Steelix, but for some reason I just couldn't get the idea of what I wanted on it. It just wasn't working out with Porygon and the other Pokemon I was trying to get with it, because I was testing out Crobat, I was testing out other things. I was just like, there's just too many broad weaknesses with this team. It's just not going to work. So went back to the drawing board, and I was really debating between Quagsire or Swampert. Relaxed nature, that is no good. Okay. Alright, well, that's a reset. Oop. There we go. Watch out for Skarmory, you can't hit that too well. Yeah, I think if Porygon goes down, then Skarmory's kind of an issue. That was kind of the toss-up between doing Ice Beam or Thunderbolt, but I figured Ice Beam was just a bit better. I think it hits more. Really the only thing I'm super like scared of is like I'm trying to build the team specifically just to get gold. Like I don't care about necessarily having the craziest win streak. I just care about getting the gold medal. So that's where I'm at with it. Okay, so same deal. I'm hoping to get like the paralyze on the what's it called? The Scizor, because I really do want to get an Electro Ball. That'd be really cool, I think. I have the stream pulled up on my second laptop just to kind of check the stream because it does not look the same at all as it does on OBS. And just seeing like the frames absolutely drop when it enters the battle is just heartbreaking. But what can you do? Dang, no paralyzed. That sucks. Okay. Well, psychic this. Luxury ball that. But I do intend to stream a lot more too, just because I think it'd be really kind of good to get in the habit of it. But yeah, this is the first one, and most of the time I'm hoping that it is not this laggy, but unfortunately my PC is just a little bit of an old PC. But alright, Chansey. This Chansey is pretty cool. I wish it had the lucky egg, but you have to do a really dumb quest in this game to get the lucky egg. Thankfully I already have one, so I don't have to worry about it. Alright, Espeon, that's Master Ball. And then Chansey. Okay. I need to build a new team. Mine is very slow to use and has a few too many bad matchups. I made it with a bunch of restrictions, but it's too weak compared to the original team I'm basing it on. What's the original team you're basing it on? Because I know, were you the one that was also using the Scizor with like Rain Dance and a bunch of other weather setups? Or was that someone else? And is it the same team or is it like a different team? Actually, I am going to pull up an IV calculator though on my second screen. Gyarados Steelix Blissey. Okay. I mean, I'm the crazy guy that used the Sneasel, but that was just for fun in the dome doubles. Okay. Gyarados Steelix Blissey. I feel like that's a really strong core. What exactly are you having trouble with? Persian version of that team with 15 wins. It's pretty cool. I know I saw there was a Persian team for the tower that was using assist to get Spore off of a Breloom, which is pretty cool. Forget the guy's name, but he has like a bunch of different crazy builds. I guess that team kind of does have trouble against like, no, maybe not, because I was gonna say maybe your team has trouble against water types, but Blissey kind of handles those because it's just a special tank. So I'm trying to think. Okay, you used that. Okay. Because I looked at the forums and like the username, I can't even say it. It's like WTSET or something like that. But he has like a bunch of different, or if that's you, then you have like a bunch of different stuff that I've seen that's really cool. Let's see where we're at. Oh, I see what you're saying. The original team was... Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I tried to do that for a little bit when I was starting. I didn't do no static Pokemon. I just did Pokemon that are natively to Pokemon Emerald. So like my original team was Blaziken, Starmie, and Registeel. But then I was like, well, not everybody chose Blaziken as a starter, so they might not be able to have it. So, Quiet Nature, that is not the one. Soft reset. Let me see. I guess Pokemon Showdown deleted my build, so I have to pull it back up again. New team, select format. Where's it at? Past gens, oh, there we go. Pokemon Scizor. The team I had was Salamence, Aggron, Whiscash, but Water and Ice are a bit too much of a problem if I get crit. Okay. Huh. Oops. It's a bit too much. That was my thinking too with the starters, and then also people might not want to reset the legendaries, Beldum, etc. Yeah, it's really because like I understand people not wanting to reset their games specifically for stuff like that, but at the same time, you know, that's kind of like the plus side of, you know, thinking ahead before you do anything. I don't know, that's just me. I think that if you prepared for the Battle Frontier, then you should be rewarded for that. But at the same time, because like regardless of what you may like have done in the past, like you can still get any Pokemon you want in the game, like realistically, because you can just do a Palm Egg glitch and you're good to go. That was what I was doing originally for Suicune before Blissey made an event for it, because I was like, well, I don't want my Suicune to just have like 0 IVs and everything. That's just terrible. So I don't know, I'm hit or miss. I do a lot of glitches in my free time, but my channel doesn't really have glitches or RNG on it, you know what I mean? So what I meant was more they might still want to reset and haven't done it yet. Maybe a shiny hunt, maybe IV hunt. Okay. Yeah, I see what you're saying. I've always been someone that always wanted to kind of have a more optimized approach to the Battle Frontier. And what I mean by that is like the least amount of time possible building the Pokemon to get the maximum output, you know? So I got really into RNG, I got really into glitches for a while. And then I found Nighthawk. I was like, oh my gosh, he's doing everything I want to do, just how it's just kind of supposed to be done, you know what I mean? So I took a step back. I kind of reset like my whole file, like I deleted a bunch of Pokemon. So not that I'm really expecting people to copy my builds, but I think the restriction is interesting. I definitely agree. Restricting yourself, not you know, how do you say, not always using the best Pokemon, like not always using Metagross or whatever. It just sucks because my favorite Pokemon from Generation 3 is Swampert, and it just so happens to be one of the best Pokemon. So, and like I liked him before like ever getting into anything competitive. It was my first starter ever, so I just love Swampert. So it just kind of sucks because everybody's like, oh, you use Swampert, he's overpowered. I'm like, I just like the guy, he's really cool, he's a little mudfish. Oh, I think I read that somewhere. Not sure if it was in chat or comment below. Yeah. One thing that gets me too is like when this is my one gripe when watching Nighthawk stream or sometimes Riley's stream is I'm so used to people reading the messages and then responding to them. So I do the same exact thing. So when they don't read the message first, I don't know who they're talking to. Using strong Pokemon is fine. Do what you like. Yeah, man, of course. Like, I've never really thought, like, oh, people are going to look at me a certain way if I don't use, like, weird Pokemon. Like, that's not what I'm trying to say. It's just, like, I've always kind of liked to be trying to use something outside the box. Because, like, if I wanted the gold medals as easy as possible, I just keep using, like, Latios, Swampert, and Metagross. Like, I would just do that. But there's something really fun to me about, like, building something that maybe is unique, maybe isn't the best, but is still pretty cool. Like this, for example, like, who wants to have a Scizor that just kind of just sits there and its only attacking move is Silver Wind? I have Skarmory as one of my favorites, been my favorite since Gold because a friend traded it to me at the start of a new playthrough. That's awesome. I was unfortunately a kid that didn't have a lot of friends to play Pokemon with. I was always kind of alone in that sense until I hit maybe somewhere in middle school. Like throughout all elementary school and part of middle school, people would like make fun of me for playing Pokemon. And then I met a group of friends, we all played Pokemon together, and then that friend group just kind of slowly faded away. And then it was like, okay, well, now Pokemon's not cool again. Which, you know, I think everybody goes through that phase where Pokemon isn't cool, they don't, you know, it's a kid's game, you know the whole story, so... I think the last time I did one of these Pokemon from XD was the Moltres, and I accidentally saved after catching it, and I was thinking, oh no, I have to go and play the entire game again. And I was super lucky because I wanted it to have timid nature, and it had a timid nature, so I got super lucky doing that. Because playing through this game, my goodness, sometimes it is not it is not fun. Yeah, I've also been mostly alone in my Pokemon journey, with friends joining here and there. Yeah, that's how it goes. I've kind of decided that you know, I wanted to make videos and kind of just see where it went, and kind of stick to one channel, because I used to always be someone that would always what's it called? That would like start a channel and never stick with it. You know what I mean? And I think this was like the first channel where I'm really trying to stick with it, you know, a niche and everything. And really, I probably owe a lot of it to Nighthawk, because him kind of putting everything to the forefront, other people are looking for it, you know? So I owe a lot of probably my success to him. I got Arena Silver Symbol today with Ninetales, Milotic, Altaria. That is a sick team. That is an awesome team. I love Ninetales and I love Milotic. I actually was going to make a video on my channel that was like super edited about me getting a shiny 5IV Ninetales with Spite and Hypnosis on it. But I just decided to scrap it because it was like a bunch of RNG and just wasn't like the style that I wanted, you know what I mean? But man, Ninetales is awesome. And also Milotic is just broken as heck, you know? I'm hoping to get a para eventually from Body Slam on this Scizor, because if I get it in a luxury ball, oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. I'm not a shiny hunter, but if I want a shiny Ninetales, is high on the list. Yeah, dude, shiny Ninetales is so good in Gen 3. Like, oh, we got the para. Heck yeah. Like, I was genuinely surprised, or pleasantly surprised, sorry, with how good it looked in Gen 3. Like, I think Gen 3 has the best shinies, the best shiny sparkles, period. So I think they are the best shinies. Oh, please. We got it in the luxury ball. Please be an impish nature. I'll be honest, if it's impish, I won't really care about the IVs at all. I'm just gonna be honest. Because with this, like, IVs and getting them right and everything is just, it's a lot of extra work that I probably just won't do, really. Gosh, the battles just they made the capture just so laggy. Just looking over to my left and seeing it, oh, it's hilarious. Okay, let's see. Actually, I'm gonna check the IVs on this guy first too. It looks like it has a good HP IV. Maybe, I don't know. Let's see. Scizor. It's level 40. Also, having it be like such a high level is really nice too. I do have to check the, what's it called, nature first before I can really do the IVs, which kind of sucks, but it's part of the game. Speaking of shiny hunters, I think Motive is probably like the most in tune shiny hunter I've seen, where they're super in tune to the battle frontier too. Because I've seen people do like they shiny hunted for a Pokemon to use in the battle frontier, but they just kind of used whatever they got. They didn't necessarily like go for IVs and stuff. And given he's going for like crazy, like 5 IV shiny Pokemon, but like if I got, say, like the Glalie I had where it had the special attack and speed, like I would be fine just trying to get that shiny, you know what I mean? Because it had the right nature and everything. So, but he's a psycho. Oops. But also, I'm still trying to figure out what days I'm going to stream, because I'm not exactly sure if I want to stay doing Saturdays, because I know Riley streams on Saturdays, so I don't want to really interfere with his streams. So I kind of want to probably do it on Fridays instead. Unfortunately, I had to take my cat to the vet yesterday, so, but I'd rather take her to the vet than stream. So Twisted Motive has everything super planned out. It's really impressive, but he's definitely crazy. Yeah, like, listen, I'm not knocking the guy. He does a lot of work for those videos, and those videos are awesome too. Like, I love watching the Salamence video, and I love watching like the live streams he's doing with Charizard, but you gotta have a special kind of love for this game to do all that. And I really want to look into it too, because I'm definitely interested in it, but I'm almost certain that you would need like a live battery in your copy. There's like, he's saying you don't because it's a fresh save, but if it's, I mean, I'd have to really look into it, but if I go in every single time and I'm hitting the same frame in the startup menu, I'm gonna get the same TID and SID. So I don't know. I'll have to look into that. Hardy nature. What is a hardy nature? Hardy nature is neutral. Because I want to check, because we did catch this in the luxury ball, so I kind of want to check its IVs before I completely discard it, because if it has good IVs, I might go ahead and stick with it, but also if it doesn't, then, you know, we move on. Oop, what am I doing? Messing up the stats. 5, 70, 49, 70, and 98. Let's see. Well, its attack IV is 30 or 31, but everything else is pretty terrible. The defense is 3 to 4. The HP is 5 to 7. All right, well, that's unfortunate. So, on to the next. I recently modded my 3DS and got a GBX flash to transfer my save and ROM. I'm now playing Emerald on my 3DS. My battery is dead, but it works on my 3DS. Okay. Yeah, I have a bunch of different stuff to upload my save files. I have a GBX cart as well. So I am also able to back up my save files and check everything. Those are maybe not the best stats for a stall Scizor. Yeah, definitely not. I mean, it's cool to have the 30 to 31 IV in attack, but, you know, we kind of need some HP there, buddy. But okay. But this is the fun of Pokemon XD, is because you never necessarily know what you're gonna get. Give me the paralyze. Darn it. for the one time. I remember when I was a kid and I first started playing this game, like, I never used to read anything. So when we did the tutorial battle where you catch the Teddy Ursa, I thought you were just catching other people's Pokemon. So when I would go and fight other people, I would try to catch their Pokemon, and it just wouldn't let me. So I got really mad at it all the time. Like, I think for some reason I really loved Lotad when I was a little kid. So one of the first battles, there's like a Lotad, and I kept on trying to catch it, and I couldn't catch it. I also used to get really mad too, because like I would never get very far in the game because, again, I didn't read. So when the one of the Cypher admins, when he knocks out the Zangoose with his Alakazam early on, I was like, man, he's a shadow Pokemon. I could have caught that. I could have, you know, freed its heart, and then I would have had a really cool Zangoose on my team. But, you know, that's the kind of stuff kids do. Yeah, man, I don't know what was wrong with me. I was just like, let me go. This is the one game apparently where you can steal Pokemon, so let me go ahead and try to steal all the Pokemon, which, you know, in hindsight is not what we're doing here, but, you know, it's alright. I remember too, it took me like a day and a half to get to this point in the game, just kind of speed running through and using Espeon and Ursaring. And I remember really early on, I accidentally overwrote Ursaring's return move. So like for the first half of the game, I was struggling with Teddy Ursa to do anything because I just kept on using Metal Claw, and that just does nothing in this game for some reason. So I eventually went to the move tutor and taught it Body Slam, and it finally started like actually doing stuff again. So for about half the game, I was just using Espeon. Oops. Oh, that looks like actually a pretty good HP stat. That's probably around between like 20 to 29, because the max range is 118. So that's actually a pretty good HP stat. But it's probably going to be something crazy like lower defense plus speed or something like that. And it's just going to be like, well, we wasted it again. I also have the ability to edit my mons on my 3DS, which I do to save time. I can definitely understand wanting to get the Pokemon legit. I was building teams legit before I modded my 3DS, but for me, the team building and battling is what I enjoy, so I'm fine with editing stats and stuff. I'm still very burnt out from having to breed for VGC. Yeah, dude, I totally get that. It was kind of the opposite for me, because I love team building and I love battling, but the moment that I decided to use PK Hex, it just ruined all the fun for me. And I think that's kind of where like the difference is, because for VGC I used to use like the only VGC I really participated in was like Scarlet and Violet on the ladder, and I just used like one of those bots to send you the Pokemon that you wanted, which, you know, is probably really unethical, but I figured it's the same as, you know, using PK Hex. But like the amount of time it would take me to like actually get everything I wanted with like shards and everything else, I was just like, this is completely and utterly boring. I don't want to do this. But I don't know what it is about Generation 3 in the Battle Frontier. It's single player, so like it's arguably better for me to use PK Hex on this because I'm not interacting with other players, you know what I mean? But I don't know, it's just how I am, I guess. Let's see. I'm not sure about those stats. The HP stat is definitely good, but oh my gosh, how many of these do I need to do? But Beavers, I definitely recommend playing through XD or Coliseum, whichever one you prefer, because some of the moves these Pokemon get are like really cool to have. So like I think Articuno in this game, which is a really cool one, can get Heal Bell, which is a really fun cleric. So this is Naive. I believe Naive is also neutral. Naive. Let's see. 115. 105 again. 71. Yeah, this is looking like a not very good one again. 56. 63. And 101. Yeah, this is looking like a not very good one again. Yeah. It's minus special defense plus speed. Oh my goodness. So just take me out with a flamethrower, I guess. But yep, that's unfortunate. The HP stat wasn't terrible either. It was like 23 to 24, but I saw Morning Sun, Moltres. That's a great Stalmon with pressure. I used to play Gen 7, VGC 17 and 18. I paid someone to make team for me and Shield because I felt the urge to play for a week when I got the game 2 years later. Yeah, I would not want someone else to like build the team for me, but I get that. But the Morning Sun Moltres thing is something I used, and it probably had, I think it had terrible IVs. I think it was just awful IVs, but I couldn't reset or anything because I accidentally saved. But that Pokemon was insane. Like, it soloed me the first, like, 4, like, levels of the Battle Tower in Emerald. Like, it is insane. Using Pressure Stall. So, I definitely recommend that Pokemon. Okay, what we got? Second, Body Slam. Oh no. Oh no. That was the one with perfect IVs in every single stat and had the nature I wanted. That was the one. That's the one bad thing about this is like having Stanler to intimidate the Ursaring so then it like doesn't automatically knock out the Scyther is pretty cool, but sometimes you just get a little bit unlucky. I'm planning to make a more fast-paced team for Battle Tower next since the first one was very slow to play. Yeah, sometimes like I'll be doing my stall teams and I'll get really frustrated when I lose on like round 6 or 7 because it takes me like an entire day or two to get up to that point. How could you kill the perfect Scyther? He just, well, clearly he wasn't perfect because he didn't live the crit. So, and I need them to be able to live the crit. So. I have no idea which regulation it was that I played in Shield, but it was doubles restricted. I built a Drought Ninetales team that worked well enough for how little I knew about the format. Yeah, that's the thing. I have the inability to keep up with Pokemon formats. Like I just can't. I just don't have the mental fortitude, I guess, which is strange because when it comes to Yu-Gi-Oh, which again, that's another thing me and Nighthawk have in common, is like I do play quite a bit of Yu-Gi-Oh competitively, and even if I take a break for a format or two, coming back in, somehow I'm able to jump back into it really easily. I don't know what it is that's different about Pokemon that I just can't do that, but I struggle keeping up with the meta shifts, and everything in between. So I think that's kind of just the difference for me. Like recently, I took a very extended break from Yu-Gi-Oh. If anyone's familiar with it, I didn't enjoy the last couple of formats. I didn't enjoy the Nationals format or anything like that. And which is crazy because I had my invite to Nationals like 2 formats ago. But it just wasn't for me, so I didn't play. But now there's decks that I like and can keep up with, and it's fun. It was Scarf Sunny Day Ninetales to counter Prankster Rain, Burning Jealousy to burn Zacian. Fake 2s to assist Shadow Rider, and I think Howl to boost my Zacian. That is completely out of my realm because I never played Sword and Shield. I have no idea what any of those Pokemon do besides the Ninetales. I know what Prankster does because I did play a bit of Scarlet and Violet, and you know I kind of kept up with Scarlet and Violet by watching Wolfie. But like in their prime, I have no idea what the Ice Rider does. I have no idea what any of the Calyrex forms do. Like it's completely foreign to me. And then I had Gigantamax Charizard to be a Sun, and Whimsicott with Prankster Sunny Day Tailwind and other moves. Can't remember the last mon. So I know of Prankster Whimsicott because that dude is funny. That's probably like one of the few Pokemon that I've like kept up with because I love Whimsicott. I love Cottony. But yeah, unfortunately, VGC is just not my jam. I enjoy watching it sometimes, like especially when Wolfie, you know, the main guy, kind of just makes a random off the wall team, but I can't see myself going to those regionals. Prankster Whimsicott is a crazy good support mon. Yeah, I would assume so because, like, I don't know. In my mind, I always think of a support Pokemon as like kind of bulky, not a lot of squish, and like from what I've seen of Whimsicott, like it gets like weather moves, tailwind, and everything in between. And I just feel like if you're up against like a different prankster mod, and maybe that's just me being uneducated, like you kind of just lose that 1v1. Because I feel like prankster Grimmsnarl, prankster Whimsicott, prankster Thunderous, those mons are just ridiculous. I also enjoy watching Wolfie. Hell yeah. I mean, he makes good videos. Like, he has about like 15 people working on them, but they're good videos. Meanwhile, it takes me a month to build one Pokemon. One of the things I gotta set up for next stream too, when I probably next stream, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have everything on the DS capture card, so we'll just be sticking with Emerald, and hopefully that fix some of the encoding errors that I've been facing. But I definitely want to set up like a Spotify playlist or something to like have music and stuff, because sometimes I run out of stuff to talk about. Let's see, where are we at? That should be enough. Let's see. HP does not look great. Docile. Yeah. Unfortunate. It was in a luxury ball too. Beerus, what's up, man? How are you? Welcome to the stream. I apologize for the video quality because my PC is not the greatest, but audio wise we're chilling. We're gonna go ahead and we're working on getting a really cool Scizor for the team here in XD, so this Scizor, when it's purified, gets the move Morning Sun. And one thing I love about Pokemon that get Morning Sun is just the inevitable stall possibility they can have. Scizor's already a tough Pokemon to take out, so you know it's definitely gonna be a powerhouse for me. Now, one thing I'm also tempted to do, instead of having any sort of attacking move on it, I wanted to put Iron Defense possibly. And if we do that, then we switch it over to a Calm Nature. So if we get a Calm Nature and a Luxury Ball, that's the set that we're probably going to work with. Nice, so SR for Nature. That's pretty much what we're doing right now. Doing some soft resets for Natures, kind of checking the IVs, because if we get like a neutral Nature with like crazy good IVs, then we're gonna stick with that one. My girlfriend just texted me too, because I told her, I was like, yeah, I'm probably gonna stream while you're gone, and she's like, oh, your first stream? I was like, yeah. So I plan to also, like I was saying earlier to Beavries, I think we're gonna go ahead and switch over to doing Fridays for streams, because I don't want to overlap with Riley too much and Nighthawk, because I know they like to stream on the weekends too, so I'll probably stick to Fridays. Do some Friday streams, probably like 3 or 4 p.m. until around like 6 or 7, like a good, 3 or 4 hour stream. I think that would probably be the best time for me to do it. The Chansey's here. I think this Chansey too. I think it learns I'm trying to remember what its Purify move is. I want to say that it's Heal Bell, but I could be wrong. Because I think you can just breed one with Heal Bell, so it wouldn't make sense to give it the Purify move. One thing I thought about doing too for the stream was like setting up the stream chat to appear on the screen, but I think my PC might actually explode if I tried to do that. It just takes up so much using the Elgato and the OBS at the same time. Chansey gets both Aromatherapy and Heal Bell in Gen 3. Might be one of them. I'm probably able to catch this stream Fridays after 6. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like Friday's a weekday, so people still are like work when I would want to stream, which is like the only bad thing. My work schedule really does not coincide well with other people's schedules when it comes to like watching streams and stuff, because I work Sunday through Wednesday, so I have Thursday, Friday, and Saturdays off. So it just really depends, and like Saturdays are tough for me a lot of the time. Today is like a very unique instance where Saturdays I'm very open, but it's probably gonna be Fridays. Just hang out, chill, work on breeding some Pokemon, do some Battle Frontier stuff. But Beers, are there any teams that you've been working on lately? I know you've been checking in on the videos here and there, so I've been seeing you in the comments. It's pretty cool to see you. I'm in EU, so I can only watch if I'm up late. I'm a bit of an insomniac, so that might happen from time to time. Hey, that's totally fine. I think, let's see, if I start to stream at like 3 o'clock on a Friday, that's what, well, if you're UK, that's like not too bad. That's like 9 o'clock at night. But if you're like French or like from France or Germany or something, then yeah, you're kind of pushing it. Yeah, my schedule is wonky, but I know for sure Fridays after 6 I'm free from the chains of labor. Yeah, man, listen, sometimes I come home from work and like I used to be beat. Because I work at a rehab facility for people with substance abuse and mental health issues. So like sometimes you're there, like when I used to just like work as a tech where I had those 12-hour shifts, dude, I'd just come home and I'd sleep. But my schedule's changed. I got a promotion, so I don't have those 12-hour shifts anymore, but it's still a little bit beat. Yeah, my schedule's wonky for sure. I'm planning on doing a ribbon quest on mine from XD. Adamant Nature, haven't checked the IVs, but I'd rather not. Don't want to be disappointed. I'm in between. I'm from the Netherlands, so +1 compared to UK. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I used to have a friend. We used to play a bunch of Xbox together, but he was from France. So like every single time like I would hop on, like he was good for like maybe an hour compared to like the friends I had from the UK, but yeah, it was hard to play with him sometimes because we would only play on like the weekends really, when I would hop on at like 10 o'clock in the morning and he's already been on for like 5 hours. But okay, come on. Last one. Alright, I don't think this HP stat's very good. What did it say? 105? Yeah, the HP stat is definitely not very good. Oh, it said 108, but still. Bold nature. I feel like that's not great, but I'll still check the stats. Let's see, 108, 83. Its attack stat is abysmal. Oh my goodness. 89, 51, 70, 92. Well, so these are the IVs for this Pokemon. Its HP, possible IVs is 5 to 7. Attack is 0 to 2. Defense 30 to 31. And it's on the high end, so it's actually 31. Special attack 5 to 7. Special defense 3 to 4. Its speed is 8 to 9. So the only thing is the plus defense nature, and it has 30 IVs. Oh my gosh. Oh man, that is terrible. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. So Beers, the what's it called? The natures that we're going for is calm, or we're going for impish. So those are the two natures that we're looking for. If we get calm nature, then like the attack doesn't matter at all because we just won't give it any attacking moves. But impish, it has Silver Wind and the Lychee Berry. So I'm currently building a couple teams to try to get different medals, but not trying for any super high streaks. Yeah, that's basically what I'm doing. I'm doing the same. It heard you wanted a good defense stat. Listen, I wanted a good defense stat, but I wanted some other stats with it too. You know, maybe a couple others. It doesn't need to be 30 to 31, but you know, not 0, please. I'm hoping for an impish better suited. Yeah, so the two builds I had, I'll pull them both up. So obviously I can't show you, but I'll tell you because I have them in what's it called? Showdown. That's the place that I use to kind of build and get ideas and stuff. So let's see. Silverwind. Protect. So if you want to do like the Silverwind build with like Morning Sun Protect and Substitute, it wants Impish. And then if you want to do one where it's just all out defense, where it's Morning Sun, Iron Defense, Protect, and Substitute, then it wants you to have a Calm Nature. The only problem is if I go with that build, then I'm not sure what item I'm gonna have it hold. Because actually, whoa. That Scyther really took that body slam hit really well, actually. That's a good sign. That's actually a really good sign. Game Purge unit now is going to give you Impish with 0 to 2 defense IVs. Ah, man. The thing is, so the rest of the team is Porygon 2 and Swampert. So Swampert has the leftovers and Porygon 2 has the Lumberry. So the issue I'm finding is finding a good item for Scizor. Now, like I said, if we have an attacking move on it, then the Lychee Berry is totally fine, because if we sub down and protect and stuff all the way down to like proccing the Lychee Berry, then Silverwind's gonna do really nice damage. On the other hand, if we go for the full defensive build where we're just straight up walling and stalling and you're going to struggle or toxic to death, then I'm not sure what I would have be the item. What am I doing? I completely feel like I just messed that all up. Alright, Master Ball the Scyther, Body Slam the Chansey. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, mine is also an Electric Ball. I got super lucky. Yeah, you know, I would like it to be an Electric Ball, but if we have to Master Ball it, that's fine. I have to play through this game again eventually anyways, to complete the Pokedex, because if I Master Ball the Scyther, then I need to figure out a way to get Lugia. So I have to play through this game again eventually, so I'm totally fine just kind of using a Master Ball on this guy. And I like this game. Maybe once I get like a better, like upgrade the PC and stuff after some time, maybe we'll go ahead and do a full playthrough of it on the channel and stuff on stream. But for now, you know, this is what we'll be doing. I do need to still get Coliseum though, because Coliseum is like the one Gen 3 game I don't have. I have everything else. I have all the GBA games, but okay, dude, this might be the guy. We have to check its nature and everything, but those stats are pretty good. Let's see. It had 117 HP, I think. And 117 HP is like 28 or 29. So if we get like a good nature with this, then we're looking pretty good. I love the Coliseum games, but they are a grind. It takes forever to beat, but it's definitely not a boring game. So here's the thing. I've never played Coliseum. I've only played through XD. This is the copy I've had of XD since I was like 6 years old. And I've never gotten rid of this game because of how much I loved it. I don't think I've gotten rid of any of my Pokemon games actually, now that I think about it, which is surprising because I've gotten rid of a lot of games in the past. But I never had Coliseum, and I really wish I did, because like the only way I'm able to get Suicune now is by doing like the Blissey events, which is fun, but it's not how they wanted you to do it, you know what I mean? But if I find a like really good deal on Coliseum at like one of the retro game stores by me, because like I have a bunch by me, so if I find it there for like $120 or something, I'm picking it up instantly. There's actually a store that had XD Gale of Darkness in it, and I was like, that's the wrong one. Okay. We've gotten just about every single nature so far too, besides like the ones we want. I think we've gotten like 3 neutral natures. 0 impish, 0 calm. This one will probably have like the best defensive stats in the world, and then it'll have like an adamant nature. Just to troll me. But if this is our guy, then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get him all set up for Emerald, because everything is in this game, like substitute. I don't think I have the protect. Actually, the protect TM should be in here, but I'm gonna go ahead and like trade him over to Emerald with the metal coat, and we're good to go. Or I'll probably trade over like the metal coat on like a different Pokemon, so then I could put it on in Emerald and then trade it back over, so then we can watch the evolution together, because I think that would be pretty cool. Okay, let's see. Oh my gosh, how many? incense do I have to use on this guy? I got stuck in Coliseum back in 2006 and never played it again until 2012, I think, and beat it. I bought a used copy of XD in 2019, right before the pandemic hit, $24.99. Dude, that is crazy. That is a crazy price for XD. That is awesome. That is a steal. Oh! Impish Nature. Let's go. Let's go. Let's check these stats. It has good HP IV, but let's see. Attack 99. Defense 89. Special attack 52. Special defense 76. Holy crap, this might be a really good one. 76. And 93 for speed. Holy crap, this is a really good one, actually. I think I'm going to keep this guy. Its HP is 28 to 29. Its defense is 30 to 31. Holy crap. Every other stat too is not like terrible. Like attack is 15 to 17. Special attack is 23 to 24. Special defense is 18 to 19, and speed is 10 to 12. I will take that, dude. I will take that. Heck yeah, man. Let's go. Alright, let me catch up with some of these messages too. I never had Coliseum until recently. I had a 7-hour save file because we had borrowing the system at school where you could borrow games, so I did start a playthrough at some point. Nice. Yeah, guys, dude, this is awesome. Yeah, so let's see. And it gets Silverwind too in this game, which is awesome. So I don't have like, I got really nervous because it said that you had to like breed for Silverwind, but yeah. So we're gonna keep this guy. We're gonna keep him. That's like, dude, compared to like the Moltres I had where I had terrible IVs, that is pretty good for like not doing RNG on this guy. All right, so now the next step, we have to go ahead and beat the game. So let's go ahead and beat this game real quick. Let me just heal up. I think I have some heals. Next revive. See, here's the metal coat. So I have the metal coat ready to go. Let me just heal up these two guys. And now we're gonna do the worst part is we're gonna kill all the rest of the shadow Pokemon. Okay. Here we go. Oh, that's so sick, dude. Sorry if I peeked the mic too. I just got really excited. Metang, Quagsire. Your school would have anti-video game teachers would confiscate your consoles and have the parents pick it up, even if they weren't playing it. That is crazy. I had like similar where like you weren't allowed to bring Pokemon cards because kids used to like trade them and then like want them back and cry and complain about it, which is pretty whack. But you know, they're kids. What are you gonna do? I'm fine. Okay, cool. Yeah, I forget sometimes. Like, if you're allowed, you're gonna peek the mic. You know, so I just get excited sometimes. Okay, Metang is down. I think this guy has like, I think he has a Soul Rock maybe, because he had Lunatone before. Oh, speak of the devil, there he is. There's the boy. I forgot this guy had a Scizor. Oh my gosh, this is awesome. I'm so happy. Like I I can't do face cams because I don't want to do face cams ever. But like, if you guys saw me right now, I am like beaming ear to ear with a smile. Yep, there's the Soul Rock. Okay. So I'm thinking... What am I thinking? I do need to actually take out the Soul Rock, I think. But I want to get... You know what, that Scizor definitely has Silver Wind, so I gotta get rid of it. One thing I gotta do too is I have to drop the Scizor in the PC, because I can't have it get like any sort of EVs. They had a no skateboard rule too? What is this, man? Like, what type of school did you go to? That's craziness. Alright, so unfortunately I actually don't think Swift will take it out either. That's crazy. Okay, let's see what we got. I think this guy, what's his last Pokemon? I think it's not Swellow. I'm trying to remember off beat. Cast form, yep. I sometimes wonder if I went to prison for elementary and middle school. Dude, listen, I'm all for like schools having certain rules for things. Like obviously they need to have certain rules for things you can and can't have because, you know, sometimes kids are shits. You know, it's not necessarily lost on me per se, but you know, like kids are gonna be kids, man. Like they have a skateboard and they put it on the ground. Like what do you want them to do? Carry it around all day? Like, it's kind of ridiculous. Do I have Revives? Do I have like just a regular Hyper Potion? I don't. Okay. By the way, crazy thing about these games too, if you never played them, those are just items that you pick up throughout the story. Like you don't have to buy anything ever. Like I hardly ever buy healing items until I get to like this part of the game. I didn't buy any so far. Starmie. Ooh, yucky. I mean, this is my go right here, but not when he's against me. I always think too, like Shadow Sky is such a sick move. Oh, please flinch. Oh no, please stop. Oh! Okay, well. That's the crazy thing about this game sometimes. Let's just send out the Magneton. I don't know. I've been using Starmie a bunch, but not having Extra Belt or Life Orb is really hurting. I miss so many Okos. Yeah, dude, listen. Starmie is great. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Starmie's great in Gen 3 and stuff, but once you hit like Gen 4 where it actually has items, it's pretty awesome. The other thing was a lot of teachers and aides had that hall monitor syndrome where they acted like dictators. Not all of them, but most of them, mostly the boomers of the school. So like that's the thing. I was one of those kids that like thankfully I played sports, so the teachers' aides and all the teachers, they like knew all the sports kids. Like most of the time we really weren't causing issues with people. We were respectful most of the time, and you know what I mean. But there were certain instances where it was just like we would get in trouble for stuff, and we're like, why are you even talking to us? We didn't do anything, you know. Like we occasionally would have to leave early to go to games and stuff, and like we would be packing up our bags and getting ready to go, and the teacher would yell at us for packing up our bags, and it's like, well, we need to leave in 5 minutes, and they're like, they would just be like ridiculous about it. They don't want you to take the Scizor. Well, dude, it's too late. It's already mine. It's in my master vault. It's kind of mine. I find high school was the chillest time. iPods, PSPs, and not a single teacher cared as long as you did your classwork and weren't disrupting. Oh man, I remember in high school, I think I had like a really rough time in high school. Not necessarily because like I wasn't bullied or anything. I wasn't, you know, anything crazy, but like the teachers were just ridiculous half the time. Oh, fuck off. But the bell doesn't dismiss you, I do type teachers. It wasn't even that. That's the crazy part. They had some sort of like mentality that we were like leaving class when all of us, like, we were the ones that like actually tried in school and like did our papers, we did our homework, we would do them in the study halls, so then we didn't have to do them after practice because we'd be too tired and just wouldn't do it. Like, we were not like the typical sports kids. We actually cared about school. Bro, they really don't want me taking this freaking guy back with me. But anyways, like I was saying, like in high school, like the teachers were like my biggest problem. Like the kids and stuff were not the problem, all that stuff. So I ended up actually my senior year, I decided to just go to a local community college, and like the only thing I showed up for my high school was for gym. And then they tried to act like my friend afterwards. I was just like, you guys are terrible people. I never want to see you again in my life. I had one teacher say this, and this is great. I swear to God, verbatim, he said on like the first day of class, he's like, I am sexist towards the students in here. I like the girls more than the boys because the girls show that they do work better. And I was like, what? You cannot say that. Like, he hated me and like a bunch of my friends because we were simply guys. And mind you, we would stay after class because if we didn't understand something, we would be like, hey, I don't understand this, can you help me? And he was just the worst. My parents definitely reported him. I talk about it with them now, and they're like, yeah, we thought you were just kind of being like a normal high school student and like just weren't trying, but now we're looking back on it and like, yeah, he was definitely yeah, no, I wish I was kidding. I wish I was kidding. You know, it definitely, and like he wasn't like any, you know, sort of way, but it was just like, why would you say you're sexist towards your students? That is a crazy statement to say. So, but yeah, I remember I tried to get switched out of his class, both me and my friend, and he literally was so angry. His face turned red when we brought him the papers to sign, and he refused to sign them, so we couldn't get switched. So again, that's why I stopped going to that high school. And then yeah, that was pretty much it. Once I went to college, it was pretty awesome. Crazy impression to make on your students. Yeah, reminds me of that scene in Don't Be a Menace where the cop is bro, it's just like, I don't know, he was fat, so I mean, there's that too. I really just didn't like him. But then I also had a really awesome teacher in my history class who one day he was like, yeah, you guys know how the stock market works, and I'm like, all of us were like, no, not really. So he spent the entire class, because he's like, you guys are ahead of like the schedule, let's go ahead and learn about the stock market. So we spent the entire time talking about the stock market. So he was awesome. And then after that class I had to go to that jerk. So yeah, but that's my high school experience, and I don't miss it. Alright, so we beat Snaddle. Now we're gonna face Ardos. And then we face Gorgon, the Gorilla Man. Face a bunch of other random grunts, and then Greevil. I don't have any experience. And the thing is too, like, I actually have a lot more good experience to talk about with teachers than I do negative. He just like, I think it's easier to have a negative bias about school too, when you have bad experiences like that. But I really didn't have that many like negative teachers. They were just like, a lot of the teachers were just kind of bad at their job, honestly. Like they were smart people that didn't know how to teach, if that makes sense. Like I had a chemistry teacher, and he was incredibly smart, incredibly intelligent. I would never say anything negative about his intelligence. He just could not teach people. At least he couldn't teach me. That's how I felt. He couldn't teach me. And I tried really hard to understand. I wouldn't necessarily say it was a paycheck to them either. They just they had a very big passion for like certain subjects, but when it came to teaching people, if you didn't understand, and like I've experienced this sometimes too, because like I'll help my little brother with math, and math was like that was the one subject that I was good at, and sometimes I'm trying to explain it to him, and I'm just like, what is it that you're understanding? And he doesn't know like the questions to ask, and that's where it's like hard to teach. So I empathize with that. I like teaching people things, but I wouldn't be able to handle class of teenagers. Absolutely. Nowadays, dude, like I would not want to be anywhere near them. Like if I try to teach them like anything, like half of them have like I read somewhere it's like 10th or 11th graders have a reading level of like a 3rd grader, which is crazy to me. But like I said earlier, I work in a rehab facility, so my patience has definitely grown, because a lot of the people that come in there, they have the mentality of a teenager. Like they are very stunted in their growth due to their drug use, which is common, and it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just sometimes it's difficult to break those old habits. I think too, that's kind of like why I made this channel too. Like I like talking about Pokemon. I like talking about team building. I love pretty much every single part of it. And I wanted to spread that knowledge. And again, there's a bunch of people that teach me things now with it. You know, I've learned a bunch from Riley. I've learned a bunch from like you guys in the chat and stuff. I've learned a bunch from the forums. Like everybody has taught me something valuable in like the past year of me making videos, or me just like working on anything. So I really take a lot of the past year, like I hold it really close, because I've learned a lot, and I appreciate everybody in the community and stuff. Man, get out of here, Electabuzz, goofy ass. Oh, please go down. Oh no, thank you. Yeah, there. By the way, crazy side note, there are 2 leftovers in this game, so if you need leftovers, there are a bunch in this game. This Snorlax is holding one, and then it's a pickup item earlier in the game. I think I always liked Ardos. Like, I liked Ardos' design better, but I hated his attitude. Like, he's just the kind of a dick all the way to the end. But his older brother is kind of cool. You can never have enough lefties? Absolutely not. Lefties are the best item ever. But I think you can buy them in the Battle Frontier. You can buy them in the Battle Frontier. It costs a lot of battle points though. So just having like a free one to get off of a Pokemon in here. Like there are so many items in this game that like are just on the Shadow Pokemon that it is in your best interest to catch the Pokemon rather than like knock them out like I'm doing. But alright, so can't do anything here. That's locked over there technically, but if we run away, oh, here we go. Yet again, this guy is terrible. BP in Emerald feels super fast compared to Soul Silver. Everything in Emerald feels fast compared to Soul Silver. Gosh, man, I wish that I liked Gen 4 more, because I played through it recently, and don't get me wrong, I really enjoyed my time playing through Platinum, but man, everything is just slow. It's just slow, and it just boggles my mind how slow it is compared to other games. Built this in rock and roll. I think now the Slowking's gonna protect? Oh. Gosh darn it, man. Trying to predict this guy sometimes doesn't make sense. Because usually he just alternates protects. Like, protect on Earth Ring, protect on Slowking. But sometimes he doesn't do it, so then you make the wrong read. It's annoying. Aggron. I'm not gonna lie, this guy usually has like 3 or 4 Pokemon on my team that I usually have. Like, a lot of times when I'm playing through normally, I'll pick up an Aggron, and I always use the Ursaring, and then I'm pretty sure he also has a Walrein. I love Walrein in this game. Big part why I got Platinum is because it's faster than Diamond. Yeah, dude, like, so when I was younger, I didn't realize that they were basically the same game. So like the same thing for, gosh, dude, I hate this strategy. A lot of times, like, I had Emerald, but then I was like, oh, I want Ruby and Sapphire. So my mom would buy me Ruby, and then I'd be surprised that it's basically the same game. But Emerald's kind of like the better one. So, like, when I was growing up, I played Diamond. And my friend at the time played Platinum. And I remember being like, oh, Diamond's so much better. And now that I'm an adult and have a brain, I'm like, nah. Platinum is far superior. But I remember he actually had Celebi in his game. I forget how he got it. He got it from, like, I think he went to Toys R Us and got it. But he had Celebi in his game, but I had like a really overleveled Garchomp, so when we Wi-Fi battle, I just used Fire Blast on it. Those were good memories. I also love the Ice Beam animation in this game. It's so cool. Yeah, you stay paralyzed, man. Is that double protect? Did he just double protect on me? I'm back. Welcome back, Beers. Evening of the night. My coat is my boat. This is such a sick polyrath too. Man. Watch out for sheer cold and fissure from wall rain. Well, I don't think he has those on this game. The audacity to get double protect. I don't know if he got double protect. I'm pretty sure he got double protect, but I can't remember. But yeah, this dude's a pizza. He's a pizza shit, man. That's his whole thing too. Like each of the, like you have 2 fights with him, and each time he does like the protect earthquake combo, and like it's really annoying because sometimes you'll try to predict it and he doesn't do it. You know what I mean? And then the moment that you try to switch it over is when he does it, and it's so frustrating sometimes because it's not good in this game. It's really not good. By the way, fun fact, I think over 50% of the shadow Pokemon in this game are on this island. So if you come into this without a full team, you'll definitely end with like a full team. I think too, Pokemon XD has like the most like competitively viable Pokemon with like the most infuriating way of getting them like actually competitive. Cause like, say you didn't have like breeding or whatever, and you just wanted to make competitive Pokemon, because there is a competitive mode in this game that I will more than likely cover. But like you can trade with a guy and he gives you a Dragon Dance Larvitar, like just straight up. But when I got it, it was a female, so I couldn't breed it to have Dragon Dance. You know what I mean? So it's like those little inconsistencies that make it really annoying. And like, of course, I saved after receiving the guy. So there's Glalie, my boy. I wish the Frontier Brains showed up in double battles. It's not until BDSP that they show up in doubles. I think doubles are cool. I think they're fun. I think they allow for you to get really different strategies, but in Gen 3, until Gen like 5, like I am a big single guy. Like Gen 4, I like singles, I don't like doubles. Gen 3, I like singles, I don't like doubles. Gen 5 is where I'll handle doubles. Dragon Dance Larvitar is crazy. Yeah, dude, it's just in the game. By the way you get it, you give him a Wooper. Like, you don't give him anything crazy. It is insane, the things that are available in this game. Don't paralyze me, please. You are the worst. I would have preferred you to paralyze my Ursaring. There's a Dragon Dance Larvitar. What else is there? The things he offers is Shuckle, Meditite, and Larvitar. I don't think there's anything super crazy. Actually, let me look it up. I'll just look it up. In-game trades. Yeah, so Here are the 3 traits. You give him a Trapinch, he gives you a Meditite. You give him a Surskit, he gives you a Shuckle. You give him a Wooper, he will give you a Larvitar. Basically, what each 3 of those are like the rares at all the Pokespots. But, you know, I think a Larvitar is a little bit better than the Wooper, in my opinion. Larvitar was just a reject, bro. Like, you know, I don't know what happened, but I will take a free Larvitar. I actually used it in this game. Like the last time I played through everything, it's in my Emerald save file. Like the Pokemon from my journey in XD. Like I have the Ampharos. I had an Ampharos, an Arcanine, a Snorlax, a Larvitar, Salamence, and I think that was it. I probably had like a 6 Pokemon I'm just forgetting, but like for the meantime, I was like rocking out with 5 of them. Oh, I think I had the Ursaring on my team maybe, but oh no I didn't, because I had the Snorlax, so. And they all, I'm pretty sure they all know like a move in the game. Yeah, so this is what they know. So the Meditite knows Shadow Ball and Dynamic Punch, whatever. The Shuckle knows Toxic, Sludge Bomb, Substitute, again, kind of whatever. And then the Larvitar, for whatever reason, knows Dragon Dance and Outrage. Like, excuse me? Like, what? It's crazy, like, what they decided to do with those trades. Okay. Fortunately, I gotta go back and heal. Oh. My disc was going ka-chunk, 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 so I'm gonna save a little bit. It was really fighting to load this area there for a second. Okie doke. Let's see. Now we're in this room. Yeah, there's a item somewhere. Like, yeah, there it is. Yeah, I liked Eldis a lot better because he actually wasn't like a jerk when battling us. Because he's just like, you know, I always wanted to battle you, but, you know, not like this. And he actually he has a pretty awesome team. But unfortunately, I'm gonna have to put you down, fella. I think he's gonna start with a protect on Shedinja, but I can't risk it. He did not, so. There he is. There's the Mence. It's kind of a shame though that they kind of just recycled all of the all of, like the special moves. It's like either they get Refresh, Helping Hand, Heal Bell, or like Morning Sun. And like, don't get me wrong, it's cool to have those, but it would have been like, oh, or they also get like Sing. Sing's kind of cool, because like you can get like a Kangaskhan with Sing, or like a Marowak with Sing, but it would have been like cooler if like they got moves that they wouldn't necessarily have like really otherwise. And like the biggest thing that I wish that they did is that you could breed the moves. Like, why can't I breed the Scizor with Morning Sun? Like, please, please let me breed the Scizor with Morning Sun. Makes it so much cooler. Makes it so much easier to make it competitive. Flygon. For some reason, I always thought that was going to be a Shadow Pokemon too, even though you can just catch Trapinch in this game. Don't you remember? Let's see. Been going for about an hour and a half, a little bit over an hour. I'm hoping that, let's see, we should be able to finish the game within like the next 15 minutes or so, which would be good. And then we'll go ahead and purify the Scizor, and then we'll trade it and like another Pokemon over with the Metal Coat, and then I'll go ahead and evolve it on the stream so everybody can see it. And then we'll go from there. It would have to be an egg move to get it, and then it probably wouldn't have been a move you would need to get from this game. So here's how I view it. Because and again, you know, this is just me kind of just being like, just having my own little hissy fit because of the hoops I have to jump through sometimes to get these Pokemon. But like, the way I would view it is, you can only have a Scizor with Morning Sun if it's bred with another Scizor or Scizor. You know what I mean? Like, you can't breed it with like Espeon or something, you know, or anything else. That's how I would look at it. Like, you can't breed, I don't know what bug type learns Morning Sun, but any of the bug types that learn Morning Sun, like, you know, that's how I would look at it. Shadow Pokemon. Did I accidentally kill the... Oh, I didn't kill the Marowak. What? I misclicked. Oh, I super misclicked. Oh my goodness gracious. Ladybug. Get in there, Ladybug. Show them what you got while I revive something that can actually do something. Okay. Revive. That. Then Ursaring Faints attack the Marowak. The Ladybug's just gonna stand there menacingly. Oh, it's dead. Oh no! Oh, it's so dead! It Thank you for your service, Ladybug. I believe in the Ladybug carry. Well, I did too for about 5 seconds. Oh, that was supposed to be... That was supposed to be body slam. I clicked too quick. Doesn't even matter. Okay, cool. 4 shadow Pokemon ran away. Get out of here. I do aim to stop your plan. And I'm gonna go heal my guys. Thank you for lowering the glass. But first, I'm gonna get this item. Mirror, I don't... Come on now. Max revive. Heck yeah. One thing that's cool in here too is like you can see over here, like there's moves that they're having the Pokemon test out, but like they're not any moves that they have like in the game. So it's like almost like they are showing like cut content. Like this looks like a shadow version of Fire Blast, and then like a shadow version of Psychic from Xatu, which is really cool. It's a bunch of stuff that like as a kid you don't really recognize, but then like you take a second to just look and you're like, oh, that's actually pretty neat. Okay, I don't think there's any other items. I think I need to save here. Yeah, I think it's a cool feature too, like showing like moves that maybe they were working on but decided to cut it or something like that, because they did give like a bunch of new shadow moves in this game compared to Coliseum, so it wouldn't surprise me that that's what they are. Alright, Greevil. This dude has 7 shadow Pokemon, which is crazy. He's the only boss to have like multiple teams too. So I introduce you to my servant XD001. Come on, let's hurry it up. Lugia. Pretty sick. The Aura Reader is responding. It's a shadow Pokemon. Fella. Fella. I hate to tell you this. If you needed the Shadow Reader to tell that's a shadow Pokemon, then, oh my gosh, I forgot it's part Psychic type! Lugia is sick. Hope it gets better soon. You're done. You're done. Okay, paralyzed. Okay. I mean, we could try to catch it, but we're not. We could try to catch it, but we're not. There we go. Okay, goodbye. What's up? The kitten is awake from her nap. Oh, please no. Okay, thank you. She loves to play with the cords under my desk with the computer, and I have been trying to teach her that that is not allowed, and it is not working very well. That's also like the first time, like the only other time Pokemon faint like that without like retreating into the Pokeball is like the wild Pokemon in this game. Why? What's up? you want me to stop talking? I gotta talk. This is the most annoying part of this fight too, is he does that little thing for every single Pokemon. Like, dude, I get it. It's a shadow Pokemon. Exeggutor. Shadow Pokemon. See, this was the most frustrating part when I was getting the Moltres, is like catching the Moltres, beating it, then like doing all the stuff I did before with like Scizor. Like, dude, it was such a pain. Hopefully this flinches, because I don't think it knocks it out. Yeah. Shadow Fire. Please burn me. Oh, no. Okay, well. Poochyena. Show him what you've got. That sounds like it takes ages. So, in all reality, it's not terrible. Because, again, the only thing you're catching is... Oh my gosh, did we just get double knocked out? Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, we might need to reset. So, it's not terrible. And here's why. Because, you know, double max revive. Oh, we're big chilling. Because you're master balling it all the time. And then you're just knocking everything out. It's just like, again, the reset time kind of takes a while, so that's like the most annoying part of it. But overall, it's not terrible. It's not the worst thing in the world. It could be a lot worse. Oh, please knock yourself out. That's another thing I'm trying to teach the kitten not to do, is like, she loves to just climb on everything, but then she ends up clawing the shit out of me. Okay. I'm more scared of the Moltres, so I'm gonna get that out of here. Be gone. Yeah, when she climbs up, and the thing is too, like, I don't want to like discourage her from playing or anything like that, you know what I mean? The claws, we gotta teach her not to use her claws. Alright, Articuno. This thing is also sick, because this Articuno is so cool, man. But again, it is not feasible for me to get multiple Shadow Pokemon like this. If I could, I would. You know, if the Master Ball glitch worked in this game like it did in Kalu, 100% I'd probably be trying to catch some of these guys. But it's just not feasible, unfortunately. Shadow Chill. It's basically a cooler Ice Beam. Okay, then. Okay, you know what? just for giggles, we'll try to catch the Articuno, because Articuno is my favorite of the three. Zapdos Shadow Bolt. This Zapdos too is like, if you're making a competitive Zapdos, this is the Zapdos you want, because it has one of its moves is Baton Pass. So if you need a competitive Zapdos, you do want it from XD. All right, we'll try to catch the Articuno, because it is in fact paralyzed. So Articuno is also my favorite. Heck yeah, man. He's just so cool. He's just a cool guy. Yeah, see, this is why you can't spend time trying to catch these without a Master Ball, because it's just not real. Articuno's my favorite too, but competitively Zapdos is my favorite. Yeah, the thing is, like, if you're gonna look at, like, from a competitive standpoint, Articuno's probably the worst. Okay, then. We're just T-posing now. Very regal looking. Yeah. My favorite I'm gonna be lame. My favorite color is just blue. So I really like the blue bird. But that is it. We have beaten Pokemon XD. So the next part is finishing up the Scizor. Nice little 2-hour stream. This is where dude, that's hilarious. He's just standing there. Don't mean to be that guy, but I ended up catching all 3 birds in my first battle. Dude, like, don't get me wrong. When I want to, like, catch all of them, it's not terrible. But, like, also, I'm coming into it with, like, a thing of, like, 6 Pokemon. One's a status, you know, coming in with, like, 50 timer balls, you know. This one, I'm just like, I just want to beat the game so we can go ahead and, then make the Scizor. That's all I want to do. Asserting dominance on the legendary chickens. Bro, he is literally asserting his dominance. T-posing on them. Yeah, this was supposed to be like a plot twist that's their dad. I don't think anybody didn't think that was their dad. I was super lucky. I mean, yeah, man. I mean, sometimes you get lucky in these games, sometimes you don't. There's certain times where I try to do a complete catch all the shadow Pokemon, but you know, I'll just go ahead and transfer like 50 Master Balls up with the clone glitch and Emerald. Yeah, the mission is Scizor. The birds can wait. The birds can definitely wait. And you know how they can wait? Because once I get Scizor out of this game, we're going to reset the file and do it all again. Oh, man. Because, like, unfortunately, once you battle them, they're locked. Like, the nature they have, the IVs they have, everything is locked. So that's like the most annoying part with it, where it's like you can't just wait. If I could wait, I would have just caught Scizor, like, because Mirror B, like any Pokemon that you beat, he'll get randomly. Like he'll pick up the random ones that you don't have. So I would just wait for him to have the Scizor and then catch it, but unfortunately can't do that. Back to the Pokemon lab, baby. Oops. Sorry. Why is Gonzap there, dude? What do you... If you don't know, Gonzap is the big guy behind, like, all the professors. Your progress up to now will be saved. Is that okay? Yes. Yes. And that's where I made the mistake last time, where I said no. Or I said yes, and I meant to say no, and then the Moltres was unfortunately stuck. So that's it. That's Pokemon XD. Pretty fun game. We'll go ahead and reset, and we'll get to go ahead and do Scizor now. So I do need to grab something real quick, just under my desk. Let's grab up the link cable for it. And then I'm just going to go ahead and get the emerald all situated as well. And then we'll pretty much be all set and ready to go. Just got to make sure that I am in a Pokemon Center. Oh, what do you want? Egan. I heard that you returned from Cedar Argyle. I sent this message as an invitation to the Ori Coliseum. I'll be arriving to ask you to join in So, that is the battle mode that I was talking about in this game. Is the Ori Coliseum. It's actually kind of difficult. But there's Egan. So basically think about it as like, oh, we're battling. I forgot we battle. Egan, please. Sometimes, Egan, you make me wonder how you became a figure in this game. Please paralyze the Ursaring. Whoops, I made it all the way to Spencer without recording. I was going to change some things to the team before beating him again. He showed up so early. Spencer is does he at least have Volt Tackle? I think they do have Volt Tackle in this game. I can't remember for sure, but we're not gonna find out because we're just gonna knock them all out. But yeah, Spencer is like, is that the silver medal or the gold medal that you're going for? Because Spencer is part of the facilities where it's like 3 rounds for silver and like 7 rounds for gold, I think. Thunder. All right, well. Oh my gosh, we don't knock out a Raichu. Brick Break. Oh, you're disgusting. It's silver. Haven't done Palace before. Yeah, I have been avoiding the Palace for a while. It is definitely not one that I am looking forward to taking on. Unfortunately, the Palace is going to be one where I have to really basically make a whole new team, which I mean I already kind of do. I love making Pokemon, but you know, it's like a whole different style. Because like things that I use in the battle dome and the battle tower, I can use in like the battle pyramid or the battle arena, really. But like the palace, that is a whole different beast. Should just be a little Pichu left. Goodbye, Pichu. That's sad. Okay, cool. We're done here, Egan. I appreciate it, but I need you to kind of leave me alone. So, that's the Ore Coliseum. That's, again, that's probably something that people who enjoy doubles, that is something that you would enjoy. That is pretty much, think of like the battle tower or battle facilities in Emerald, and that is basically what that is. But we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna buy like 50 of these cents, and we're gonna go ahead and get ourselves our Scizor. I have Lantern, Skarmory, Breloom, but I realized having a double fire weakness isn't great. Well, for one, you have Lantern. So Lantern is the best Pokemon ever created, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. Oh my gosh, we could have a bunch. About 30. So I wouldn't worry about it. But also, like, the thing is too, you can't really rely on, even if like, say you have a fire weakness, like, the Palace is just a mashing simulator. Everything is just based off of the gender and everything. So, or not gender, I'm sorry, the nature. So I wouldn't worry about any of that. Okay, let's go ahead, get our Scizor. These little guys are ready to be purified, but sorry, we're just gonna stay here for a while. And our Magneton. Okay, cool. I've been looking forward to going to the Ore Coliseum. Yeah, no, the Ore Coliseum is super dope. Because like it genuinely is something that is on par with like the rest of Gen 3's difficulty, because I'm pretty sure like some of the teams have like Latios, Regirock, like they have pretty sick Pokemon. I was also going to replace Drill Peck for Aerial Ace to hit the Crobat and maybe give Lantern Thunder / Shockwave. Too late now, but I'll just have to pray I hit. Shockwave is definitely something that is a good idea for the Palace. Aerial Ace, obviously. I know people were doing like a Walrein where the only move it knows is like Ice Ball. So that might be something you like. So we're gonna go ahead and save our game. And we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get our Scizor. We're gonna open its heart. Cologne case. Let's go ahead and open this guy's heart for us. Oops. The only moves I know Walrein gets is Sheer Cold and Fissure. I mean, it does get those moves. It certainly does get those moves. There was this guy, I forget what his name was, but he was like going through all the battle facilities with the team he was doing, and he was the person that actually made me want to make a Glalie, because his team was like Glalie, Sceptile, Gardevoir that he was doing the Battle Dome with, which was really cool. It was a really cool team and was working out really good for him. And but when he got to the Battle Palace, he like swapped out the Glalie for a Walrein, and it just had like ice ball or whatever it's called, and that's what he got the gold symbol with. So it was pretty cool. Let's see where we're at with Scizor. Impish. Got about 2 more gauges to go. Oops. Oops. Slash Silverwind. I tried the Spikes Explosion Glalie. It was fun to use. You see, everybody says something. They're like, oh, I don't think Spikes or whatever, or I don't know about that. Listen, give it a shot. I'm probably going to nickname it the Shrapnel idea too, because that is an awesome name for it. I usually don't nickname my Pokemon, but I think I'm going to start because I think it'll be a little bit more fun that way. But that Glalie puts in work. You just lay a set of spikes, and then after it booms, you just solo it with like whatever, you know, setup mon you have or whatever. Yeah, I gave it that name too. I thought it was you that gave it that name, because when I read that in Riley's chat, I was like, that is an insane name for it. I had to use Rain Dance and then Explode to give max rain turns to Thunder Starmie. Holy moly. Have you thought about like also doing that with like a Swift Swim like Kingdra or something? Because that sounds awesome. Like setting up Rain Dance, going boom, and then just like Hydro Pump, Swift Swim, Kingdra. That sounds insanely good. What's up? She has the tiniest little meows. I had Swift Swim Kabutops, but that wasn't the best partner for it. Gotcha. Kingdra will be better because it doesn't share weaknesses with Starmie. So like my idea for it was like, actually I don't know what the third Pokemon I would be doing with it was, because like my idea is like just kind of cut out Starmie altogether. But I was trying out Kabutops since Riley said he wanted to see it being used. I see. Yeah, Riley is on the same wavelength of me and Nighthawk. We're just trying to try all these different types of Pokemon. But I like that because it gives more variety for people to see. I think it would be boring if everybody just did the same teams. But, you know, we talked about this earlier. Use the Pokemon you like, whether it's strong or good. Cutting Starmie works too. Like, if I were to cut Starmie, because I know you want to keep, like, the 100% Thunder, I would just give, like, Manectric. You know what I mean? Oh, here we go. It is time to purify Scizor. Scizor opened the door to its heart. Scizor regained the move Razor Wind. Scizor regained the move Morning Sun. The whole reason we're using this Scizor for Morning Sun. I have a Rain team in Battle Revolution. I picked Kabutops moves based on how cool the animations were. Starmie also gets Rain Boost on Surf, so it works well and doesn't die to opposing Surf. Yeah, having one of the biggest reasons why I always had Starmie was because it was another water type that could take out other water types. There he is, our impish Morning Sun stall Scizor, ready to go. So while we're here, let's go ahead and check. Let me see if I have the Protect TM in this game, because I really did just I have no TMs. Oh my gosh. You did all this for Razor Wind, the best charging move in existence. Yes, Razor Wind. Yes, exactly. So, while we're here in Agate Village, Agate, whichever one, we will go ahead, and this is probably the easiest way to get Substitute, in my opinion, because it's really early in the game that you can get this. Maybe Fire Red is probably the easiest, but the trade restriction is annoying. But right here, Substitute. Any move can only be taught once and no more. Is that understood? Yup. Which Pokemon should be taught this? Let's give this Scizor. Alright, well, let's get rid of one of the moves. See ya. Wouldn't wanna be ya. Get rid of Razor Wind. Okay, cool. Nope, we're good. So now we can go ahead, and I am going to give the Metal Coat to... I'm going to give it to Ursaring. Or I'll give it to Espeon. I think I need the Dex for Espeon anyways, so... I can get it from the Battle Frontier, fortunately. Okay, cool. Perfect. Alright, so now, the final piece of this puzzle, after our 2 hours, is the Fenax City, where this is where we go ahead and get our Game Boy all situated and set up. Because, if I can do this correctly, because... what we need to do is we need to go to the mirror reader. Oh no. Head to the bottom of the Pokemon Center. In the bottom, here we go. This is the trade center. You made a trade with a Game Boy Advance game pack using the Nintendo GameCube. Yes, please. Progress has been saved. Go ahead and plug in the Game Boy. Alrighty, we're good to go. First, we're going to trade over the Espeon. Perfect. That's probably like the fastest trading ever. Next up, we're gonna go ahead and trade over the Scizor and another Mudkip, because you can't have too many of those. And then I'm probably going to go ahead and end the trade and give the Metal Coat over to Scizor. I heard you like Mudkips. I do like Mudkips. He's my favorite. Yeah, the trading is like actually super fast in this. Okay, no more trades. Turn off the Game Boy Advance system. Okay, so next thing I'm going to do is, unfortunately, it's probably going to be kind of skippy on y'all's screen, unfortunately, but I do want to show the evolution for you guys the best that I can, because I think it would be cool. And give it the metal coat. It's so cool seeing them go from like XD into the game and then out again, you know? Like having the Espeon that I beat XD with in my game is so cool. So save, make sure that he's holding the item. And we'll go ahead and set up the trade center again. Okay, there's that. And here is the final step. At least for this stream. I wouldn't mind doing another stream where we're building it together if you guys would want to see that. But yeah, that's it for at least everything we need to do in XD. So let's go ahead and trade over a Mudkip. Let's go ahead and trade over a Scizor. And let's see it. The cloned Mudkips. No, they're not cloned. They are not cloned. I am breeding Mudkip as well. I am working on breeding a Mudkip with Mirror Coat. Here we go. This was a very successful stream. Dude, he's so sick in this game. He's so cool. Dude, he looks wicked awesome. For sure, I'd watch the training stream of Scizor. I'd probably start on mine at the same time. Dude, yeah, that is probably gonna be the plan. I'll probably do. I might train Scizor off stream, but I'll definitely probably do a breeding stream for the Mudkip. Does Mudkip also get Mirror Coat from Corsola? It's how I got it onto Milotic. Yes. So the way that you get Mirror Coat on the Mudkip is through Corsola. That is the way I am doing it. I think that's the easiest way to do it. But if we want to, at the same time, just so we can go ahead and see it in Pokemon Emerald, I can also show it to you guys in Emerald with the Game Boy player. So I'll go ahead and show that it's over on the game. And yeah, we can even, actually, I think it's going to be a great idea. We'll take it over to the, the stat judge and see what he has to say about it, because I'm pretty sure the defense stat is 31, so it'd be really cool to check that out. So that's it from this, so we can go ahead and power down, go ahead and grab, where are my games at? Oh, there they are. grab this. Put it in the Game Boy disc. Start it up. I have cables everywhere. Oh my goodness. Oh no. We broke the game. We broke it. There we go. We're good. You might need to clean it a bit. Nah, just blowing air into it's fine. It always works. There we go. Alright, so we should get our Scizor. Dude, that is so awesome. Oh, man. He looks so cool. He is so cool. And he's got the ribbon. Alright, let's check. I think it's in the Pokénav, right? Yeah, there it is. Yeah. Where is he at? Where's he at? Ribbons. So this is all... Guys, where's he at? Where's he at? There he is. Ribbons. Ribbon awarded for clearing all challenges. That's what I had to do recently. I thought my GBSP was dying, but it was just cart being dirty. Dude, he looks so cool in this game, man. Yeah, for some reason I just couldn't find him. I don't know why. Alright. He's got Swarm too, so powers up bug type moves, so really good. Let's go ahead and check him out at the judge. Let's check out the judge. Come on, Ray. Let's go over. Alright. Here we go. I'm expecting literally the bare minimum of him being like, it's okay. Did all this work for it to be like a 1 IV Pokemon. This one I would say is quite impressive ability. Defense. Yo, got the flawless defense. Heck yeah. I'm so happy with just one IV on this guy. Alright, but yeah, that is it for the stream. I appreciate everybody that was hanging out and stuff. I'm definitely gonna try to stream next Friday. Try to do it once a week on Fridays. Just do like a quick little like 2-hour stream or something. But yeah, thanks everybody for hanging out. Next stream will probably either be a breeding stream for the Mudkip, or I might do the EV training on stream as well, just to kind of show. Now it's time to hunt shiny Ivy Impish Scizor with Morning Sun. No. Unfortunately we can't have a shiny version because it is shiny locked, but I do appreciate you guys hanging out, and yeah, I will see you guys probably next week on Friday. So thanks for hanging out. And saved. Alright, cool.